Mark woke up because something was breathing inside his tent. Not loud, not close. Just there. He froze. For a few seconds, all he could hear was the pulse in his ears and that slow, steady exhale. Then it stopped. Outside, the forest was completely still. No wind, no insects. Just silence that felt wrong. He told himself it was nothing, zipped the tent open and shone his flashlight. The beam hit empty air, mist, and trees. Then, behind the fire pit, 2 footprints pressed into the mud-bare, long-toed human. 12 hours earlier, everything had been normal. Mark, Emily, and Noah, 3 friends trying to squeeze in one last camping trip before adulthood caught up with them. They drove 8 hours north to a lake no one visits anymore. No service, no noise. Just forest thick enough to swallow sound. The place looked perfect. Too perfect. Even the water was still, reflecting the sky like glass. They joked about serial killers, bears, and Bigfoot as they built the fire. But when the sun dropped, the jokes stopped. Noah glanced into the trees and whispered, "You guys hear that?" A faint clicking answered him, 2 stones tapping together, slow and deliberate. It circled them. Emily forced a laugh. Woodpecker maybe, but woodpeckers don't pace in circles. They tried to ignore it, drank, talked, kept the fire high. By midnight, the forest went quiet again, so quiet they could hear each other breathing. That's when the smell hit, damp metal and rot, like something had died nearby. They put out the fire and went to their tents. No one slept. At 3:12 a.m., Emily screamed. Mark shot upright. The sound ripped through the woods, then cut off mid-breath. He bolted out with the flashlight. Emily's tent sagged, clawed open from the inside. Her sleeping bag was shredded, her shoes still by the entrance. The beam swept the ground, no blood, no drag marks until it caught the tree line. Something pale moved between the trucks, fast, crawling low. It was gone before his mind processed what he'd seen. They waited until dawn, clutching knives and flashlights, whispering her name. Nothing answered. When the rangers arrived, they found only one thing unusual. 4 deep grooves in the dirt where Emily's tent had been, as if something had dug its way out. 2 days later, she was found on a road, barefoot and shaking. Her voice was gone, her hands were torn open. When she finally spoke, she said one sentence over and over. "It breathes when you stop moving." The doctors said trauma. The rangers blamed a bear, but the audio on her phone said otherwise. 19 seconds. You hear her whisper, "It's outside." Fabric drags. A wet inhale. Then silence. 6 months passed. Mark tried to forget. Noah couldn't. He kept saying they should go back, find proof, finish what started it. He went alone. They found his camera buried in mud near the same lake. The last photo shows the forest at night, grainy, unfocused, but in the corner, something white crouches behind a tree. Long limbs. No face. A week later, another camper vanished. Then another. Rangers closed the area, but people still go. They always come back with the same story. Low breathing outside the tent. Something brushing the fabric, and claw marks carved deep into the trees. Locals call it the Rake. They say it isn't an animal or a ghost. It's a mistake, something that crawled up from the dark when we stopped respecting the silence. Now they warn newcomers. If you ever wake up in the woods and everything is quiet, no birds, no wind, just that slow breathing near your ear, don't move, don't speak, and whatever you do, don't look. Because once you see it, it never stops seeing you.